Welcome to Elks 101. Another episode of Elks Central, breaking this one down.
Reagan, touchdown Edmonton! Fajardo, Dunbar, back on top go the Elks!
Okay, welcome in. Elks 101, Declan, Eddie, Rick. What is it, January 12th, Monday morning. Happy to have you guys alongside with us. Want to take a look at predict some stat lines today. Want to go over the report card grades. But first, the big news. We did not win Best Podcast at the Golden Globes. We're technically up for it, I think.
Oh, for sure.
Because, this is a podcast. So conceivably, we could be Golden Globe winners. We weren't this year.
We'll try halfway through the season though, right?
Yeah,
like not much out of us. We started in like June-ish or something. I don't really remember, but we gave everybody a couple extra months.
There's not a lot of tape on us. We still got plenty of time to right the ship and knock Amy Poehler down a peg for next year. Yeah. Listen, if Call Her Daddy can get nominated, I don't think there's any reason we can't. We can't be Golden Globe nominees.
Bro, we just had to get the bugs worked out, get the kinks out. First off season, we're coming for the top.
Listen, we have that
Bill
logo.
Simmons. We have that logo on the TV now.
Got a great logo behind us. If you're watching us on YouTube, over my right shoulder, the Elks emblem looks great.
Well done, our graphics design team. Well done.
Not to harp on it too much. Not going to say I'm not going to say I wasn't a little let down. We were nominated for Best Podcast at the Golden Globes in the first year of the Best Podcast category. This is another thing about the Golden Globes, not to let this run too long, but they're really we're really doing Best Podcast at the Golden Globes now. And we're doing clips of Alex Cooper interviewing Jane Goodall in the promo.
Did you watch the whole Goldens?
I did. We did. Yeah. We recorded it and watched it late. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How long did you buzz through it? What was it, 3-4 hours?
Yeah, I think the whole thing was 3 hours. We probably got through it in 2.
Okay.
Or whatever. Recorded it after and buzzed through it. It was. I wanted to see Timothy Chalamet win. I'm a big Timmy Chalamet guy because I feel, you know what it is about Timmy? He's just he loves ball, he loves hoop. I think he listens to Bill Simmons, he's a big sports guy, but he just feels I'm if I was an actor, I feel I would get along with him. You know what I mean? Yeah. He just seems like a cool dude, my age,
I've seen him talk
messes with ball. Yeah, it goes on College Game Day, talks about Parker Navarro. Yeah. The ball knower, you know what I mean?
College ball too.
Yeah.
Man, how about?
That's what I'm saying. Listen, if I was born maybe in the New York theater scene, maybe me and Timmy are having we're having a runoff for the best actor of our generation. Didn't quite work out that way for me. Never took it. Did you ever take a drama class or anything?
Of course. I wish I took that stuff more seriously.
You did take drama class though.
In high school.
Did you, Rick?
Yeah, we had to take in grade 7, I think it was. You had to take drama or choir. So I was I'll do drama. I'll take drama here.
Did it all choir.
No
I
way.
just wish I took it more seriously.
Yeah.
Now,
no, because
it's nice to have a lot of different talents. And
for
I did
sure.
a lot of music growing up, and I just never stuck with it.
There's also kind of a thing like a very real thing. I feel when you're 14 or 15, it's not cool to try.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And so it's in drama class, you don't want to be that kid who's trying to, be a theater kid.
It's true.
It's you're 15.
It's too bad that I applied that to my schooling as well.
Yeah.
Not just drama class. I didn't try very hard.
Yeah, I was in a play in elementary, I think I played a lion maybe. I don't know. But I was never in drama in high school or anything.
I was the lead in probably grade 6.
No way. In what?
In it was the Christmas play.
No way.
And it was a grumpy mailman.
That was the lead?
Yeah, I was the lead. I was grumpy mailman, then my heart gets turned later.
So it was a Grinch kind of deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I like that. That's cool. Yeah, I remember I was in choir as well in elementary. And dude, it was the craziest thing because I'm probably the worst singer you can ever find. But I remember randomly in whatever grade it was, 4 or 5. Choir was however many kids, maybe 50. But I remember our music teacher picked the 10 best of us to do this thing. And I was one of them, bro. And I was I was are we?
You had that high voice, I bet.
No, dude, I don't even know. I got picked and then we went and did this apparently it was this really highfalutin what's the word I'm looking for, special kind of performance, handpicked, it was this exclusive performance down at the Citadel,
down and
the 10 best from our choir, and I was
an exclusive concert,
dude, because there's other things again there are people who want to be singers and are really into music and really into choir, and that's totally cool, that's their thing. and I, appreciate them for it. But I'm just like the whole time I was kind of like, why was I one of these chosen? Because dude, if you heard me sing now, like I'm the worst singer ever. So I don't know what I was doing at 9 years old that made Miss Magus think I was one of the chosen ones.
Here in Edmonton, where would you go? Because in Winnipeg, it would be like the Royal Theater downtown that you'll go to. Like where would it be? The place on the U of A campus?
Yeah, like the Jube.
The Jube.
Yeah, so it'd be the Jube or the Windspear.
Windspear.
Yeah, I think it was maybe the Windspear we went to, or the Citadel. I don't know, or maybe we didn't even end up going. Maybe our school got like the golden scissors last minute. I don't remember. All I remember is like 10 of us. She like picked it. She like called everyone out by name, and it was like a bunch of really good singers and then me. And I was like, I can't believe these 9 other people got in trouble. That's crazy. What they do? Like I see them working hard over here. And then we were like selected to be the best part of the choir or something. I couldn't believe it.
Kids in school, or were you punks?
I was good in elementary. I think it went downhill when I moved out to Sherwood Park for junior high and high school.
Where'd you go to high school?
Punk for sure, Rick.
Oh, that's Facey.
Face the Falcons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chuba.
Yeah, you and Chuba alum, the 2 most famous alum from Bev Facey. I was listen, I don't want to say I was a misunderstood kid because that's just code for like not understanding you were a bad kid. But I do think there was some degree of I was a little misunderstood, if you will. I wasn't that bad of a kid. Like it could have been way worse.
You have a dry sarcasm.
Yeah.
That people probably didn't get.
No, dude, that's like a huge part of it. I remember even thinking at like 8 years old, I was like, my humor is over these guys' head. Yeah. Like they don't. Like sometimes I'll make jokes now and people just won't get it. They're like, wait, are you serious? I'm like, obviously I'm not serious. But yeah, like 8 years old, it really wouldn't land. Yeah.
It's the way you deliver it.
Yeah. It's like, very dry, monotone kind of deal.
I could get it.
But I also I had friends who were a little bit more like in elementary school. Because in elementary school, like you're kind of friends with everybody. Like, no one knows. You're like, what are you, 12 years old max? Like you're 8, 9 years old. Like you're just messing about. You're mucking about, having a good time. So I had kids who were a little bit more like, hey, let's go throw snowballs at passing cars during recess. And I was like, that sounds fun. Yeah. But I wasn't like, dude, I wasn't that bad. Like you had we had this one kid in our class. I won't say his name, but he was like a real, like one of the troubled kids, if you will. Yeah. Like I was never anything like that. But I remember one time it was like at lunch, I was like meeting a teacher or something. And I remember I come out like to go to recess and I'm going a couple minutes late and I see him getting carried by the principal, like kicking and screaming and clawing. And the principal's like literally like holding him, wrangling him like a tiger, carrying him to the office.
That's a different era.
Yeah.
Because if you go back to like mine and Eddie's era, it's probably a little less. They're taking a swing of some sort.
Yeah.
There's a little more physicality there.
That's what I'm saying. No, but like this, I'm trying to, this guy was
saying shit.
This guy was swinging. Like we were 9 years old. So it was a little. But I remember just like I remember like watching this happen, seeing Mr. Caustic, our principal, like carry this kid down the halls while he's like fighting for his life and like swinging at him. And I remember like my thought was like, oh, so any of us could just get kidnapped. Because this was kind of like the aggressive, like tough kid in class, right? Like he was kind of the one everyone was scared of.
Getting ragdolled by Mr.
Because he had some behavioral problems, things like that. Like he was the one you didn't really want to mess with. But he was like getting just carried by like. And again, like we thought of Mr. Caustic as kind of a softy, like old dude, a little soft around the middle. And I remember just like watching that and thinking like, okay, so any of us could just get kidnapped.
We're all free for all.
Yeah. And that was, dude, even I remember thinking like in high school, not high school as much, but maybe like late junior high, early grade 10, thinking like, you're growing up a little bit, like you're starting to hit the gym and stuff, like thinking you're, kind of all tough and stuff like that. But even then, man, like I think about then, like I was like, well, I'd be fine, like in any situation, but like, no, if I ran into like a grown man at like 14, 15, bro, it'd be curtains for me.
I just reflecting back on high school, man, so much, everybody says they did dumb stuff, but boy, oh boy, I'm lucky I came out unscathed, man.
Yeah.
No cameras,
that, and just thinking you're a bad boy, man. Just thinking I was always like a happy-go-lucky, jolly Eddie playing sports.
You would have graduated what, like 06?
06.
Okay.
You would have been what size were you?
I was big.
Yeah.
And I was cool with everybody, and that was the problem.
Yeah.
Like the gangsters and like everybody. So like I'm lucky I came out unscathed.
Were you guys like starting to have like flip phones and stuff?
Yeah.
By that point?
Yeah,
okay.
The biggest thing, Rick, you would know is when you buy ringtones.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Huge buying ringtones.
I did that like
607.
Yeah, dude. I remember doing that. I think I got my first cell phone at like 12 and 09. like 08 or something like that. And I remember like buying ringtones like $1.29, like $1.49, whatever it was, for like 5 seconds of Dynamite by Tayo Cruz. And like, dude, here's the other thing. Like, no one was ever calling me except like maybe my mom, like once a like, so I don't know, like you would have to like tell your friends, you'd be like, bro, call me right now. Just like hold your phone and be like, listen to this.
Phones really started banging 05, 06.
Yeah. They took off.
You guys remember your
the
first
Razor?
phones?
Yeah, the Razors. I always had Nokias. Ones with Snake.
Yeah,
the Nokias were like they were
school.
the phone out there at first, right? And I think it really flipped when you got into like the Razor flip phone. That's when things really started to like really elevate when it came to phones.
That changed the game.
Oh yeah.
And then with the flips, how you could like have the camera while it was closed and stuff.
Let me ask you guys this one, because like for me, like if you were trying to, you know, pull a baddie, as the kids say now, it was like my age, like my generation, like Instagram had kind of like just popped up, like it just got going. Snapchat had kind of just got going. So like those were forms of communication. But the big thing was actually Twitter DMs were a huge one, but also like just texting, like straight up just texting, like getting someone's number and texting them. For you guys, was it like actually like talking? Was it AOL Messenger? Was it calling on the cell phone?
Messenger.
That's what
That
it
was
was
at home. That was at home. That's on the PC at home. Yep.
Boy,
You didn't have that on the phones though.
PC at home and just spend hours chatting.
Easy.
Texting.
Yeah.
You text.
So you guys have just
texting wasn't a thing at first either. Like you were just calling.
You had to T9
and then
text.
exactly right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that was always you could be at driving just knowing
4444
Yeah,
33
exactly.
888.
you could bang out text, man.
Yep.
You could bang out text. Wow, what a time.
So for
But
you,
yeah, Messenger. MSN
that was it. Hey,
Messenger.
same for you as well, Rick.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Facebook
So you guys
would have been then the next big thing, but
yeah.
you would have been well versed growing up with Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook
Like,
was
but that was huge. That was revolutionary when that came out. So what was that? 07?
I think it's 07. Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
well,
that was
Facebook, yeah, it was like founded in 03. I
No,
think
but
it
when it
launched in
popped.
04, but yeah, popped a little bit after that. Yeah, I remember I got Facebook as well in like 2009, and I was like, this is
That's
awesome. What a way to connect with
07, I
friends.
believe.
Another one for me, and again, like it's funny thinking of me when I was like 10, 11, 12. It was probably you guys like late teenage years, but it was like just emails, just like mass chain emails, like sending forward this to 5 people or 10 years of bad luck.
For sure. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're
Those
crazy.
used to get me so bad. I was like spamming my grandparents because I was so nervous.
Forgot about
I was like, Gran, can you please reply? Like, I can't have 10 years of bad luck.
now you'll get like 4 or 5 spam calls a day.
Oh,
That's
at
what
least.
it is.
I'm such a sucker too. Sometimes I pick them up.
Do you?
I'll play with them.
Oh, if there's no name on it, I'm not answering.
No, I sometimes I'll get them from like a 587 or a 780, and I pick those ones up. So I'm just like, is this my doctor or something? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but your doctor's office is going to pop up on your phone.
They'll spoof the numbers and area codes. I'll play with them just because
You're bored.
you know what's coming.
Dude.
And the worst one that I've ever got, it was so funny. I had my wife on speaker, and I'll just go along with their scam, and then I'll call them out at the end of it. And this one guy, he said, "Fuck you and your father," and then hung up on me.
No way,
And that was his diss to me.
man.
Fuck you and your father.
What was he trying to sell you?
Man, I don't know. Trying to get my visa.
Dude, I remember one time I got a call when I was probably like 17, maybe like actually even 18, because it would have been when I was maybe said whatever. I had like a SIN number, like I'd paid taxes, or at that point, like I got money for taxes back, but I got a call from someone being like, "Hey, like you messed up your taxes, like we got to figure this out. Like this is the IRS." And I was like, dude, I like fully believed it for like the first 5 minutes because it was so like everything about the call was professional. Because I feel like scammers are generally like it's so
they're good nowadays.
Really? Because my thing was like,
I
I feel like you can tell when it's a scammer like immediately. But this one, like it sounded like very professional. Like it was very like by the book. And I was like, that's pretty crazy. And I called my like parents. I was like, yo, is there something wrong with my taxes? Like, I think something's wrong with my taxes. And they were like, no, you idiot. You definitely just got a spam call. And looking back, it was like so obvious, but I didn't give him any information. Obviously I was like, all right, let me call you back. But it was, shout out that scammer. Cause it got me for a second.
They're sophisticated. If I can have the platform for just a minute,
Mhm.
I got last year before Christmas, gave them my information
No
to
way.
get into my bank, to get into my checking account. They got in,
Mhm.
they tried to e-transfer themselves $8K, and then it got flagged from there, and then they stopped it within Scotiabank. But what happened? They called me. The number that came up on my phone was matched the exact number that's on the back of my Scotiabank Visa card. And that's one tell-all that the police and Scotiabank, the management, they told me at the branch that they'll spoof numbers. So they can make up numbers to look like other numbers. So it came up as my Visa card. So that, well, of course,
yeah.
As I was talking with them, they were asking for security information, and they knew one of my passwords. They're like, so is your password still this? And I confirmed it was my password to get in.
No
and they
way.
knew. It was crazy.
No way.
Yes, they knew, but I confirmed it for them. They
Yeah.
didn't know, but then like somehow they knew.
Dude,
It was
so-
my daughter's, maybe because they just took a guess. It was my daughter's name and some
Might have been,
numbers.
yeah.
No
But
way.
it was crazy. So I
So-
confirmed it. They got into my bank.
Were they calling saying like, hey, like we want to up your limit, or like what were they?
How did it go? No, they were just calling to upgrade security information, this and that. No, they called to say that they saw some fraudulent activity that someone else was trying to, because I actually had
Oh,
someone at
dude.
least like hack me before and like go and get gas for $150. And then of course the bank deals with it. You're not on the hook for that. So they called me saying that someone again was trying to hack me. So I was just believing it all, man.
Dude, I feel like this would get me too, 100%.
The fact that the bank said, and the cops, because I spoke to law enforcement about it too, they said that they can spoof the numbers. So it showed up exactly like it was on my Visa card, because it sounded fishy.
Mhm.
It sounded fishy, but as I'm on the phone with them on speaker, I pulled up my Visa, and it was the exact same number as the call log that I'm on my phone with. So it's okay. How could it be a scammer? But it was,
Dude,
bro.
That
Got
sounds like
into
one
my
of the
bank,
really
they moved
sophisticated
8K.
ones then.
That
It was
is
really sophisticated. Moved 8K.
That's
Like,
crazy.
they almost transferred them.
That's crazy.
Transfer themselves 8K.
dude, that's insane.
Yeah.
And it sounds like everything you
Super
said, like
vulnerable feeling too.
it would have worked on me. Like
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
you
you
said,
got-
dude.
I felt fishy, but the fact that the number was the same.
Yeah,
as
you went
my
double
Visa
check some
card,
things. Yeah.
Like, and I doubled down. I did because it felt fishy.
Mhm.
It did, fellas. But
And they weren't pushy or anything. They came.
No, they got right into my bank account. Bro.
See, that sounds like, so I think the majority of them out there are kind of like, I don't know, they're like sea level, right? Like they're not that sophisticated. But the one
can
you
tell the
have,
language barrier. There was
yeah,
no
the one
language
you had
barrier.
sounds
Yeah,
sophisticated.
it was real. Yeah, it was
Man.
real. Yeah, the fact that when they dropped that password and I confirmed it, I was like, whoa, that
Yeah.
tripped me right out, man. Because how could that not be the bank?
Yeah.
Well, that's why now I want to know, did they hack in and find that, or they just take a guess?
I don't know, man. But I fully gave it to them after they confirmed it. I confirmed, and
Woman?
guy,
Oh,
yeah, that's all they needed. So how's a fella not supposed to believe that?
Exactly.
Run it, as I replay it back, like, of course I got
dude,
got.
I would have got too. That's crazy.
I'm so glad I got flagged though, man. 8K is like 2 weeks before Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
like, and then I could go into my app, like I could see the activity. Like I saw them
What were they?
transferring it from, because I have different accounts. Like
Yeah.
and I'm self-employed, so I'll pay my taxes out of one account.
Mhm.
They transferred from the account that I had a bunch of tax money saved
No
away
way.
to the other one, so they could transfer from my main account. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
That's
No BS.
insane. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Have you ever got like that, Rick?
Never like that.
Man.
No.
Yeah, like that one's like good too. Like that's
sophisticated. That's what the management, the bank management, and the cop that I dealt with. It wasn't like a normal, like on beat the police cop that I dealt with. It was someone who
Oh yeah,
was
no,
in the office and stuff.
exactly. That's
And
their
they-
job is to go
yeah,
find
They
these.
said they were
Yeah.
really sophisticated.
wow.
Yeah.
Did they give you any more background about like their operation or anything like
No,
that? Like
no,
wow.
they just, that's the word they kept using.
Wow.
It's like they're
Sophisticated.
intelligent and sophisticated.
Do you know
Able to spoof the numbers.
That's crazy.
every now and then I'll get like someone trying to log into like my Apple account from like Vietnam
Oh,
or like
totally.
Pakistan or something like that.
Well, I got my Instagram when I was playing with the Riders. It all got hacked. That was back when like getting verified was like
Yeah.
the thing and stuff. And man, my Instagram got hacked, my Facebook got hacked, and I deleted it all. And as I was going through the process, you could go and see where it was logged in from, and it was all in the Middle East,
Mhm.
like 13 different locations in the Middle East.
Man,
Yeah, it was crazy.
that's ridiculous.
That's back in 2017.
Yeah, I'm nervous about that now. Just after this conversation, like getting dude, the biggest thing for me is like I just don't have to restart my Instagram from scratch. Like
That socials doesn't even matter to me.
no, like it's in the grand scheme of things, it's like
But
obviously I
feel
care
you
more-
on that.
Yeah.
I do feel you. The one thing that they did warn me, because it's just over a year ago when this happened, nobody's ever going to text you anything.
Yeah.
Like nobody of relevance,
Exactly.
like of importance, government document or anything. They
Exactly.
will never text
Yeah.
you. They will call you, like you said,
Mhm.
Rick. And it's the numbers, they can get spoofed. So then you just have to be leery and cautious.
Dude, honestly, I feel like from now on, like after this conversation, I can only do anything if I'm the one initiating the conversation.
No, you just tell them, hey, you know what? I could do it over the phone. I'd rather not. I'll go into the branch and we'll do it there.
Yeah.
If it's anything bank
Dude,
related, but TELUS and stuff.
Yeah.
All these companies get hacked. And
That's crazy. I got a
mess with
call from TELUS not too long ago about upgrading whatever.
Yeah.
My thing is like that one. I'll just like pretend the call cuts out. I'll be like, yeah, and then just like end the call.
You just say you're at work. Sorry, man, I'm at work.
Yeah, but dude, you know what the next stage of what they're gonna do is? They're gonna get the jobs at the bank.
Well, yeah.
Then
Yeah, for real though. That's crazy though.
There's like
because I
apply,
had
go
a
through the
TELUS one, yeah,
process.
Real story. Just over the weekend, got a call. I was with my wife. It just actually, she put it on speaker and was trying to play with the woman. And then she was trying to give me this upgrade, this and that. I hung up like mid conversation. She's like, "Ah, it was me. You should have listened." I'm like, "No, I don't. What? I don't need anything." And then I go and I'm reading online that that's a new scam through TELUS. They'll pretend that they're TELUS and they'll ask you to upgrade.
Man.
Like literally.
Who can we
I
trust?
just read
bro?
that online like 24 hours later after that situation happened.
Man, the only people I
Who
can
do you trust?
the only
It's
people I
wild,
can
man.
trust if they call me, my mom, my girl, Eddie, and Rick. Those are the only 4 people
Trust
I'm
them.
trusting if they call.
Trust the nation.
Exactly.
And even you two, like I
Boy,
believe both of you can be corrupted.
Oh, for
Probably.
sure. There's always a dollar amount. I'll just put it out there. I'll just put it
Man.
out there. Except for when it comes to my Lord and Savior.
Everyone has a
Absolutely,
price.
that one's unfallible.
Man, what a rabbit hole, hey? We
No.
talked a lick of football, and there was college playoffs.
there was- yeah,
NFL
there was.
playoffs. There was news
Let's-
in the CFL.
yeah. Okay, where do you want to start?
Your show, baby.
Let's start with. Well, we can talk a little college for a second because we didn't talk either the other semifinals.
Mendoza the best?
Yeah, like he's definitely deservedly so won the Heisman. Going to be the first overall pick. Now, I don't think Fernando Mendoza is going to go. I think he's going to be better than some of the bottom end quarterbacks. I don't think he's going to be Patrick Mahomes. I don't think he's going to be Josh Allen. I don't think he's going to be Joe Burrow. Which is, I mean, that's obviously. I just listed, 3 of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Like that's very tough to do. So that's not a knock on Mendoza. I think he's in a great system with some older players and an unbelievable coach and an unbelievable OC. I do think he's going to be a good NFL quarterback. I don't think he's going to go to the Raiders and have them go from a 2-win team to a 13-win team. Like I think he's going to make things better.
The metrics are nice behind him, though.
Oh
Intangibles,
yeah, no, he is.
size.
His size is great. His release is great. He gets the ball out quick. Like he's got a lot going for him. I don't like. I just think he's. I think he's very good across the board everywhere you want your quarterback to be good. Like I said, size, leadership qualities, which, an intangible release.
Ball.
Yeah, like throws a good ball. All that's good. Throws a good deep ball, can put it in the bucket. I just think of all those things, there are quarterbacks who are the best quarterbacks in the world who are kind of a level above. I don't think he's there, which is not, I'm not dissing him. Like David Pasternak is a great player. He's unbelievable at hockey. He's not Connor McDavid. Like that's not a knock. You know what I mean? I like Fernando Mendoza a lot. I think like one thing Geno Smith this year in Vegas, like what a disaster, leads league in interceptions after signing that huge contract. The one thing that I think is going to really benefit Mendoza is he's going to have what I believe to be like a sure-handed check down target in Brock Bowers, no matter what. And I just really think like things at Indiana have come so easy for him. Like that line gives them so much protection. Their ability to run the ball opens up the offense. Like he's got it. You see this a lot with good quarterbacks from good college programs. Like they have it very good, right? Like you have a lot of pieces surrounding you. He's not going to have that in Vegas in terms of the offensive line, but he is going to have a sure-handed guy he can get the ball out to, 6 yards down the field when he needs to. He's got a really talented back in Ashton Genty. I assume he's going to be the first overall pick. Like I'd be shocked if he's not. But
I'm curious to see the processing ability because exactly what you just mentioned, I was thinking about over the weekend. They design plays and are so dominant at the line of scrimmage at Indiana that the throws, he has a lot of time often. He's just throwing to spots. Yes, his playmakers are making some big catches. What's his name? Number 80, Parker.
Yep.
It's Parker, right? Cody Parker.
Yep.
He's a stud. He's a stud.
And he's got him.
He's nice.
It's the rat.
But in the NFL, I want to see him, really has to process, go through his reads quicker, play at a little faster speed than what he has to play at Indiana because they have so much playmakers.
That's the biggest adjustment really for any college quarterback.
Exactly.
But yeah, and like that line, man, like 3 seconds.
He's getting a lot of time.
You got 1.8. Like in Vegas, you got to get that ball out in 1.8 seconds. You know what I mean?
How much success of that team do you give to the coach though? Because let's face it, like there's on paper,
Indiana.
Yeah, on paper, they were nowhere near as talented as Oregon.
No, so much.
Right. So at one point you're sitting there going, why are all these random guys, these just average dudes, so good as a team? Do you then look at your coaching? Because if you go from that to somewhere where you need to be leading, not where you're a part of 27 guys pulling on the rope at once, when you need to go lead a team where you're going to have to do in Vegas, right? Because they do have holes out there. You're going to have to step up.
Yep.
Can you still do that? Or is he successful because of where he is right now?
Make mistakes in Indiana.
No, like, listen, he's Kurt Signetti. I'll talk about him because it's been amazing. But Fernando Mendoza, like, he is a good quarterback. Like, you don't, as good as the coaching staff behind you is, and Indiana's coaching staff is very good, like, he still won the Heisman. He still has more touchdowns than incompletions in the college football playoff. Like, that's, regardless of who your coach is, that's unbelievably impressive.
2 games.
But what Kurt Signetti has done with Indiana is, I think it's the best coaching job I've ever seen in any sport in my life. And granted, I'm obviously, south of 30.
Wonder how.
Dude, it's no college coach is an excuse anymore, by the way. Like, no one can say I don't have enough time. No one can say I don't have this. He took the losingest program in FBS history, and in 2 years has them playing in the national title game, and they're going to be favored in that game. I think they're 27-3 in 2 years under him. What are they? Because they're 15-0 this year, and they were 11, so 20 or maybe 26-3 in 2 years, like, whatever it is, it's ridiculous. Going to be playing for a national title. They're going to be favored. Got to finish the job. Miami's not going to be an easy out
in Miami,
but yeah, in Hard Rock. But it's like, the college game is. This is what I've said on the lowdown, or you can say this about the CFL, like the NFL. Like, if you're coach of Columbus or you're coach of the Maple Leafs, like, yeah, the Maple Leafs is more history, but you're still an NHL coach, even if you're coach of Columbus. In college, it doesn't work like that because the allocation of resources is so shifted one direction. The history is so shifted. Now, NIL money, that levels the playing field, but you still have schools that, can put more NIL money into things. Yeah, exactly. Like blue, hit program tradition, recruiting bases, like, that's a big thing. And it's always been like, if you're, and still is really, like, if you're the head coach of Indiana and you do a good job, like, Ohio State's calling you, Michigan's calling you, Georgia's calling you. So to do what he's done, take them from the literal losingest program ever and have them in 2 years, 26-3 and in the title game, I've never seen anything like it. It's not a perfect comparison. You really can't do it from college to pro sports. But like what I've said, it's like if he took the worst team in the AHL and in 2 years had them the Florida Panthers. I can't overstate how crazy this job is, what he's done. He is the man. It's so much fun to just watch him on the sidelines, just mean mugging the whole time while his team's up 42-7. And he's getting mad about, an offside call on 1st and goal after you've just had an 80-yard drive. Like, he is so stoic. He's the man.
Helps, though. The money helps.
Yep.
The money helps more than I think people want to believe.
And here's the other thing,
that.
No, for sure.
Having Mark Cuban,
but they didn't have it these past 2 years, which is the craziest part. They're gonna have it now.
But there's still money last year. Last year was more impressive because it was a little more out of nowhere.
Yep.
This year, what were they going in AP? They were still top 5 ranked going into the season.
They were 21st coming.
Really, it was 21 preseason.
Yeah.
Okay,
maybe even 23. Yeah.
Okay. So
they were underdogs versus Illinois.
Very impressive.
When they played Illinois, and they beat Illinois 63-10.
With the money, then would
tough.
you say, because the school has deep pockets due to the basketball program?
Yep.
They just chose to allocate it more to football. Is that what you think? Because it's not like they found some untouched resources.
Yeah, like, I don't even really think the money was that big of a factor these past 2 years. Like, people talk about the transfer portal, but every school uses the transfer portal, and it's not like they didn't go out and get Georgia's best guy and Ohio State's best guy and USC's best guy. Like, they got a bunch of JMU transfers. They don't have a single 5-star on their roster. They only have 8. I think it's 7 or 8 4-stars. Like, Oregon this year combined had 55 4 and 5 stars. Indiana combined had like a 7 or 8. I forget which one it was. Oh, let's just say 8 for argument's sake, and no 5 stars. So like, yes, they're using the transfer portal, but they're using the transfer portal to go and get JMU players who were in FCS school a couple years ago. Yeah. Like it's, and the thing is
what quarterback making Mendoza?
I have no idea. I'll look it up.
It was 3.4 or something. Thought I heard that figure. But then they have the money to pay Kurt, because Kurt's making as a head coach now, what,
11.6.
For how long? How long till someone from the NFL comes down, backs up the Brinks truck, and says, "Hey, come fix my NFL team."
Someone definitely will.
Here's the thing, because that's obviously an option.
He wins everywhere, right?
I don't know
what he says.
Yeah, I win. Google me.
Yeah,
and dude, if you look at his head coaching track, it's true. Like he's just a win. All he does is win games. If I'm him, I probably don't want to leave. For especially listen, there's one more game. They're playing the Natty a week from today. We'll see what happens. Miami's a tough out. But if he wins a title in Indiana,
he's not going anywhere.
I don't know why you would ever leave. And I don't think they would ever get rid of him.
I thought it'd be the other way around, though. You've won the title. You've done what you can do in college. Now it's the next step.
He's done it at every level. Now go and do it.
There is that aspect of it. It's like, do I want to?
He'll stay at the IU forever, but I could see if he wins the Natty, I'd give him another 2-3 years, and then he'll make the jump. But I bet he.
But my thing is like, if Indiana wins the Natty this year and an NFL team, comes calling and says, Kurt, like we want you to come sort things out here. Kurt Signetti, like he's gonna turn around to Indiana. He's like, hey, I'm making 11.6.
A lot of NFL
Cleveland
coaches
just
aren't even making that.
Yeah, and even if they are, let's say like Cleveland's offering, like he's like, hey guys, like Cleveland's offering me 15. Indiana will be like, yeah, we'll match that.
What about Jerry
Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like even if Jerry's like, hey Kurt, I'll give you 20, Indiana's like, oh, we'll match that. Like whatever the dollar amount is, like Indiana's gonna make it work.
For sure.
But there's prestige. There's prestige of taking the Cowboys. If you get to go in there and be the coach of the Cowboys and bring them their first Super Bowl since whatever the mid-90s, that is something that's huge.
But my thing also is like if you win your title at Indiana and you keep them as a winning top level program, unheard of, by the way, like he's safe. That's job security pretty much forever.
Well, I think he's safe right now.
Yeah, but I think, dude, if he wins a title at Indiana, like I don't think he would be there until he retired. I think
one thing,
because it's so I can't describe how unheard of it is for Indiana to be doing this in football.
Oh, hey, I know.
And my thing is like, if you go to the Cowboys, if you go and it doesn't work out in 4 years, like Jerry may just cut ties and say, see ya. It didn't work out.
Nick Saban.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're Kurt, like, why would you want to risk that? Now, there is the competition aspect of it, of doing it at college and then doing it in the NFL as well.
Oh, yeah.
Ego.
But
these coaches have egos.
But my thing is like the dollar's going to be matched from Indiana, surely.
I think,
and I just don't think it's a better situation. Yeah, some of these
NCAA anymore. There's more money in college ball, I would say. Rick, can you do that? Look up, like, just per capita. I think coaches get paid way more in college ball than they do in the NFL.
Because NFL
coaching salaries, it's not huge, man. Like,
it's also the average is going to be tough because there's 136 FBS schools.
I'm talking more the big players. Like, I think in the NFL, if I'm not mistaken, there's only a few coaches making like 8 to 12 mil.
I thought Andy Reid was at like 20, but they also don't.
Well, the average is 5 to 6.5 annually, but
so that's
there are guys out there.
It says right there, Andy
20.
Reid's at 20.
Andy's at 20.
That's a rarity, but yeah, the average is 5 to 6.5. Like, it's not a huge. I think that's way.
Kirby Smart's making like 13.25 at Georgia. Lane's going to be making that at LSU.
Coaches making more than 7 mil. In college ball, easily.
I was looking at it. Of the 136 coaches, some aren't reported, like some schools aren't reported, but for the most part, I think of 136, like 110 are making over $1 million a year, and that's including like Delaware. That's including Jackson State. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Andy Reid now 20 mil, 20 schmilly for Andy Reid and the job that he's done.
Yeah.
Is that all that in a bag of potato chips? Not to me.
I'm happy giving
Andy. I respect Andy. I do.
I'm happy giving him 20 mil.
Oof. Wow, that's an overpayment, man.
What do you bring in when you win the Super Bowl? What do you bring in when you're the Chiefs? The Chiefs are what they are right now, and everyone's talking about the playoffs are boring without the Chiefs in it. the Chiefs are the NFL right now.
Not to me.
Well, fair enough.
Who said the playoffs are boring? Look at this.
I think well, that's what I mean. Yeah, I think Schefter. Somebody said that whether you like it or not, the playoffs are more fun when the Chiefs are in it. Whether you want to root for them or root against them,
guys. Holy.
Yeah.
Whether you want to root for them or against them, it gives you the big the popular guy or the big enemy, one of the two.
I agree. And I also think, to Rick's point, like, I think there absolutely was that kind of feeling for the past 10 years. Well, we'll say 7 years.
Taylor Swift, all that's involved,
but now I think it's like
lore is done.
I think people, because of how bad they were this year, I think people have gone the other way, because people wanted to watch them, love them or hate them. Like, people, I think, myself especially, you appreciate greatness and you want to watch greatness. And I could appreciate watching Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Andy Reid for that reason. But with how bad they are,
and then
I don't want to watch them just because. I don't want to watch them just because of the logo. Like, forget that.
No. I think when they say that, they meant if the Chiefs came in as what the Chiefs have been forever.
I totally get the point.
But people love to build you up till you're at the top, leave you for a minute, and you stay at the top too long. They want to bring your ass right back down again. They bring you down, they'll build you back up again. And you look at Tiger Woods, as he took off in his career, everybody was behind him. Then he was at the top of the top for as long as he was, and people started to hate him because he was too good for too long. Then you want to tear him down, so he got brought back down to life. And then as soon as he gets hurt again, you want to build him back up again. It's just a weird cycle.
I think Patty Mahomes will win another for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I think he'll win another.
He might just be 30. Like, he's got another 7-8 years of quality ball. I think he just turned 30.
He's definitely not as good as he used to be. I think he'll win another.
Not.
I think he'll win another.
But I think he could win another. He's still a top 5 quarterback when healthy.
And he's doing it with pretty much no help. No receivers. No.
Old.
His running backs are old.
Get him a couple.
I mean, he's running back Pacheco's not even old. He's just not his running back.
He's always hurt. Pacheco's not even their best. You almost think Kareem Hunter's better than him.
That's my thing about Pacheco, bro. He is the most classic case. He was drafted as a 7th rounder. He's made no money. He got his wheels ran off him for 4 years now, and he's going to be out of the league. Yeah, making like making like $700K. Which, listen, $700K is cool, but
it sucks
to be the bell cow of a Super Bowl team.
That's great asset management from an organization.
Yeah,
I hate to say it, but
win while they're cheap.
These guys for cheap.
We're players.
Win while they're cheap and move on from them when they get expensive. Yep.
That's the unfortunate.
Buy low, sell high.
No, there's no guaranteed contracts for a reason.
Yep.
Or else they wouldn't treat guys like this.
Yep. All right, let's jump a little around the league. Yes. I do want to talk some Elks, and I want to go over the CFLPA report cards, and really, I just want to kind of throw these at Eddie and ask what goes into this and what may be the grade. And apologies for anyone if they were pulling their hair out because we talked about other stuff for 35 minutes, but that's what we like to do here. We like to goof around. We have fun. You guys should know that by now.
That we've ever really done that.
It's the off season.
You guys should know that. Yeah, it is the off season as well. There's that.
We're gonna get on Friday. Sorry.
So I think it's gonna be either JJ Brock or Noah Taylor, our arch enemy. To him only. I hate to be that guy because this just feels like I'm licking boots for the athletes, but I've been a pretty big Noah Taylor fan. Like, you guys can attest that. I've been pretty high on Noah Taylor and what he did this past season, taking over the job from Robbie. But I want to go over the CFLPA report card for Around the League, brought to you by Ferrari. Use code Declan when you buy your next Ferrari. No, don't actually do that.
Declan 20.
Yeah, you give it a shot.
Declan 20% off your next Ferrari. No, don't give it a shot. They'll laugh you out of the dealership. But so Edmonton went from a D+ to a B-. D+ last year was the worst overall score on the CFLPA report card. Went to a B- this year, which was it was pretty middle of the pack. It was whatever. It was like fifth or something. Jump, huge jump, yeah. And they have, I want to count the categories here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 categories that I want to go over and kind of pick Eddie's brain on. So the first one, football operations, they got a C+. I have to imagine that was worse last year, bringing in the new regime with Larry and Deb, and then obviously Ed, Chris Morris. I think it's doing the right things. I wonder if, because C+ was one of the lower scores in the league, I wonder if that is a residual effect from what the old regime was.
Yeah, there's probably some staining there from that previous regime, the Chris Jones. And like it or not, Ed doesn't always rub every player the right way.
Yep.
This offseason going into last season, he made that superstar comment. And, we know how he can be in negotiations, and he's not shy about saying things in the media. So maybe there's still some guys who do feel a little rubbed the wrong way, but that's just
so you think that's what
of Ed.
You think that's what kind of goes into the score?
Maybe some of that, maybe a little bit of that. And then the ops, really, you look at it from some of the people who are just making the decisions from the hotels you're staying at, travel arrangements, accommodations. That's what the football ops does. And then you have the on the field football ops, which is the coaching and stuff.
So this is probably a good question to ask. So the CFL PA report cards. So for each team, it comes from the players on the team.
If it's through the PA.
So
in full disclosure, we never had this when I played.
Yeah.
This is something that's relatively new the past 4 or 5 years.
So what's the difference then between, because for football operations, I got a C+, ownership and operations, they got a C.
That's what I was kind of wondering as well myself. So ownership, I would imagine, is just, different activity levels. If you look across the league, Amar Doman out in BC, he's a fairly active owner. They probably see him. I would imagine Larry Thompson would have been a pretty active owner, and the guys he would have been one of those owners you don't see a ton of, but the guys would have loved him.
Yep.
You could just tell that they would have loved him and what he did and brought to the table. The caretaker out in Hamilton, Bob Young, he was an owner that you'd show up maybe once every couple of weeks, be around, but it's little things, for example, just like sporadically surprising the guys with blizzards or something like that, just little details like that the guys are probably going to be voting on, because
Pizza Fridays.
In reality, like, these guys have no dealings with ownership, like, at all. So I don't know how they're coming and grading it. Like, I wouldn't spend a lot of time talking to my owners when I played. That's for sure.
Yeah. Who is the most quarterback? He's the one the most.
Yeah, the face of the franchise, man. That's who the owners want to be around. But they're not even around like that. They're not around hanging out a lot. When they would come down and around to field level, maybe they give a quick team speech, or that's it. You see the suit on the sideline talking to the coaching staff or something.
Did you have one owner that came down more than anybody?
Obviously
here there wasn't one, so.
Yeah, there
not
wasn't,
in Saskatchewan.
There wasn't none here. No, Bob Young would have been the only owner.
Yeah, true.
Caretaker.
Coaching staff, Elks got a B. What goes into that?
I think it's how you're treated, first and foremost. Treated like men, treated fairly. The reputation, it's a small league. And
communication.
Oftentimes, it's a boys' club, the coaching staff. So they all know each other, and then the players know each other, have played for someone at a different point in time for surely. So I think first and foremost, it's just you have the dick coaches just don't treat you like a man, right? So I think that goes into what a good coaching staff is. Probably still some staining from the previous regime, right? You look at how bad they were and just how Chris Jones went out, and then just the rejuvenation that killer had. Like I said, that's what JC called him.
I know.
I like that.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Can't believe we didn't work that in earlier.
Yeah. So I think that for good reason, it's a B. Not perfect, but a significant improvement. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's probably fair, because I think it's the right direction with the coaching staff, but I do think it's early also. And I think maybe, I don't want to say, this is what I was going to ask you actually, when these players are handing in their report cards, is there any part of it where they're upset about their playing time? So
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
because I was wondering if they would put that to the side and kind of look at things objectively and been but there are guys who are or guys who don't like the systems and stuff, so they're putting in a worse grade.
JC, you have to look at JC, how they started, for example, just because we had them, recency bias, started very slow, probably started an F, you could say, but they finished B+, A-. So how it equates and evens out, you have to look at the job done too, not just how they're treating you as
first year guy.
You have to look at the job that's done. So
interesting. Therapy and medical staff, that one got a C. My first thing when I saw this, this one more than the rest, I felt bad. If you're one of the therapists on staff, or if you're one of the the trainers, or you're kind of I gotta see, really? I feel because here's the thing, no therapist or no member of the medical staff, they think they're doing the best job they can. They're trying to do the best job. No one's doing, maybe if you're one of the caterers, you're we're restricted by the budget. Maybe if you're, one of the owners who know what your facilities are a little older, they're like, yeah, you can get it. But with this one, like if you're a therapist, if you're on the medical staff, you're a trainer, like you're trying to do the best you can all the time.
I've had some lazy heads.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, man. I've had a couple guys where they're just kind of bare minimum type guys. But then I've had some guys who go above and beyond.
Okay.
The bare minimum guys, they were in Saskatchewan. And I would have voted them lower too, for sure. Thinking of a couple of them. In Edmonton, though, my experience is always very positive, like very, very positive. So that's very interesting getting that grade, because it is like a direct finger at the therapy staff of 4, maybe 5 people. Yeah, like it's not a big staff.
It sure felt like that to me.
Yeah, it's in there. The thing about it is the facilities are top notch.
That's what I was curious about.
The training room is top notch. The cold hot tubs are top notch. The steam room's top notch. It's all right there in the locker room too, right behind the door. So it's kind of, you're really saying it's the people.
Yeah. That's a tough one, man. I mean, like how much, I don't think anyone's quitting their job over these CFL PA report cards, but if you're like, let's say you're, like how many therapists are on staff?
4.
Okay.
And then maybe a 5th casual.
If you're those 4, are you like all getting together and being like, let's see, like, all right, we're out? Like, probably not. You're not going to give up a job for it. But
it's
like,
a sought after job, not the highest paying, but they could. It's easily replaceable.
Yeah.
Just because it's a pro club, and
Yeah, you make a good point, because the next one on the list is facilities and equipment. They got an A-. It was the second highest in the league.
And I didn't even need to see the report card to tell you that. Just
well, it's funny you got, because I wanted to ask this as well. Edmonton was second in the league in facilities and equipment at A-. Hamilton was the only one who got an A grade. You played in both. How do you compare the two?
The new Hamilton I didn't play, and I played in the old Iverwin. I played games in the donut box here. But the old Iverwin is where I spent my time. Boy, that was
tough.
It was a different beast. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember it?
Yeah. The dugouts.
Yeah, it was different. So,
dude, I remember they would always TSN would always show like Arlen Bruce in there just yapping about telling everyone he boxed to the camera. That ain't nothing, boy. I box.
Arlen, he is the man.
He was one of the players who stuck with me the most as like a CFL player, like him, Nick Lewis. Yeah. SJ Green, like those guys stick with me as like Chip Cox.
Arlen, grew up watching him type.
Yep.
And getting to play with him was really cool. But no, the old Iverwin, it was so old school. It was wooden bleachers.
Was it?
Yes. It wasn't like individual seats. So every practice week during the week, you just hear cutting and sawing and watching them paint, because they're just refurbishing the bleachers every week. It's the one thing that just sticks out to me. You're out there on the field practicing, you just hear like construction.
Yeah.
But the new Hamilton, I don't know how that compares, like how it's not better or how it's better than Saskatchewan, because I've been in their rooms. But
I love Mosaic.
Oh, it's got this beautiful workout facility. It's got all the beautiful cold hot tubs. Their training room is huge. It's like top notch, state of the art. Edmonton, though, by far to me is number 1, because you have the field house, which nobody has a field house. You have a pool, which nobody has a pool. And then you have all the other things, the amenities, steam room, the hot, cold tubs, all of that. So Edmonton to me is by far number 1, because you have everything under one roof.
Yeah, the worst was Montreal, came into the D+.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Montreal was bottom in 4 categories, which I think was most of any team.
And that notoriously bad for travel, notoriously bad for facilities.
Yeah, they were worst in team travel.
Yeah, notoriously bad for their facilities. Not knowing, kind of nomadic sometimes, like old Toronto Argos style, not knowing when and where you're going to be practicing, like having to bus different facilities to practice. Roofs falling apart as you're watching video under some bleachers. I've heard it's just ghetto over there, man.
Some don't sign as a free agent in Montreal.
Well, extra ghetto to it too is the tax, man. That Quebec tax, boy. They touch your check like differently over
Cali
there.
Tax.
Yeah, touches the check differently.
Oof. Hate that. What's next here? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
He said, oh, hate
that. I feel bad for these. Dude, I do feel bad when I look at someone like Anthony Davis, who's making who's on a $63 million. This was when he was in playing in Cali for the Lakers, like $63 million a year contract. He's taking him 28 after state taxes and agent fees. That's I'm not on the side of the the millionaires and billionaires, but like you're taking that much from my boy. You're taking 35 schmilly from my boy AD like that. Like, I don't know. Next was family treatment. B, tied for the best in the league. No one in the league got an A on family treatment, but the Elks were tied for the best with at a B. Montreal again. Funny enough, they were the worst with an F. But what goes into that?
Yeah, and this was something that kind of developed later in my career too, where organizations would open up like a family room where you could go and take the kids. There'd be some TVs. Some food being served. So
Wii's, play a little Wii.
Nah. Ping pong.
Okay.
Maybe. But it's just a lounge area where you can get away from the crowd, watch it indoors. Women have to breastfeed, that type of nature. So it's a nice thing. They didn't have that when I played here. They had it in Saskatchewan, and it was really nice. So I don't know. There's also outside of the family lounge type of an area, how you look after the family. Say there's an emergency. Are you quick to buy your player a flight? Is he on the hook? Because some teams, they'll be like, we got you. Like, we'll get you a round trip. It's nothing. If there's, a berth or, something like that.
It's funny about this, like across the league, this one had the lowest average. This one had the lowest average on the report card, came in at a C grade. No one had an A, like I said, and Edmonton tied for the best at B. So clearly, like across the league, family treatment is something these players aren't all too happy about.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say that though. As a CFL player, what do you expect? Like, what do you expect them to do for your family?
What I mean? It's not the NFL.
Them up in suites and stuff, and like, what is the expectation level?
They want to share a press box with Taylor Swift.
How many players aren't even bringing their family over here?
Yeah, so they're like more than half.
Oh, exactly.
Right.
And then how many guys don't have a family when it comes to a wife and kids, so they really don't have an idea of it. So that's really just. It's weird, but I think it's a bit because there's so many guys that don't have that.
Yeah, it's kind of irrelevant to probably 3/4 of the roster.
Yeah.
Like way more guys don't have families than do.
Or not even here.
Yeah. So it is kind of an irrelevant thing. Yeah. And then if they do have family if they do have family up here, I guess it's just the little things. Like when I signed with Saskatchewan in 2017, never played with them. I was coming off of here. Had a 1-month-old son, and they sent me just out of nowhere, out of the blue, they sent me a little Rough Riders onesie, a little toque, a little book, like my first football, just a card signed by some ops staff.
Yeah, that's cool.
Little things like that, right? It's the little things that make you feel good.
Strength and conditioning, that one came in at a B, right on league average. Again, similar to the therapy medical staff, this one kind of feels like you're really pointing fingers, but B's not like, it's not a bad grade or anything, but it does just feel like this one kind of singles a group out maybe a little more than others.
Yeah, I don't even know who their strength and conditioning coach is now. Again, that person can only bring so much. So during the season, you'll have a couple, depending on the staff, but usually you'll have a couple of mandatory lifts, and guys take it. They'll do what they can. Guys will say their shoulders hurt, so they can't do certain movements, especially in the season. And who are you to, say, no, you got to do this. So when it comes to any strength and conditioning coach I have had, it's always, they'll provide you the template. They'll provide you the workout. And if you're going to put the work in, do it. A lot of guys just don't even put the work in during the season. And then the other handful of guys, they're workout warriors, and they're not even following what the strength and conditioning coach is telling them because they got their own routine and schedule. Like I would imagine a Jake Serezna type deal. That's like what I was. Me, Mondo, we always had our structure. We benched on day one and did our legs on certain days because coaches knew. They know who's lifting and who's not. So with the strength and conditioning guy, you're only bringing so much to the table.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. I can see that. Nutrition and diet got a C-. Again, across the league average was C+. Elks were below that, but what goes into that?
Would be food provided.
Yeah.
That would be the food provided post-practice or pre-practice, and sometimes meals on the road. Well, not sometimes. It would be the meals on the road. And some teams do it better. Some teams a little bit jankier. Sask, when I was there, Chris Jones was always notoriously good with food.
Yeah, like the Jello, right? That's the jelly, the jams,
cherry juice.
Yeah. That's right.
But even just the buffet style, like he was always wanted us to have good quality food. You know what I mean? Like good, high quality energy to be eating. And I've played on some teams where it's like they're just sourcing like wraps from somewhere just really quick, you know, and it's just kind of bare minimum for the guys. Or they'll have a breakfast setup, a continental style breakfast, but it's like you're microwaving eggs in little trays and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Not very quality.
So like what? So I mean, I guess you kind of answered it, but like BC, they came in with an F on this one. Like what goes in? How does it get that bad that it's an F?
It's probably could be even organized by a player, which I've had, where it's just a leader steps up and is organizing the food and
it doesn't come from the team,
and stuff. Team would pay for it, but it'd be like a couple of leadership guys.
That's crazy.
Whose job is it? Technically,
I
guess.
Here, like
is
Ryan King, our special teams guy, he had a kind of a relationship with I forget what the rat place was, but yeah, he was the one kind of organizing, taking the meal orders and stuff. Yeah, so I've had it on teams.
Who would it be? Is it like the comms people? Like who?
Yeah, it'd be business or football ops.
Okay,
people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So there's usually one person who's the main title of the football ops, and they're the person who are booking the flights, booking the hotels, coming up with the itineraries, the travel stuff, making sure all the odds and ends are dealt with. If you have an issue, you're running into them because they're going to be the one who's going to be able to, you know, find a hotel for you or your family or help you get an apartment, find living. So usually there's one person who kind of wears a lot of hats.
Okay. Nick Pelche, he's the director of football ops for the Elks. Team travel, A+, best score in the league.
It's nice. Yeah. Just pull right up to the flight.
Tarmac and go.
Yeah, tarmac and go.
Okay.
Man. It's as good as it could be.
Again, like
security. So, you know, the fellas are rolling with their trees and stuff. I guess we should edit that out.
It's legal, man.
But it is legal. But guys win, man.
Yeah.
Like straight up, because you're not having to go through security or anything.
Yeah.
The guys are just
anyone ever bring a gun or anything like that? Nothing crazy.
Not that I've seen like that. But even back then, before it was legal, like just showing up and coaches.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, coaches would probably rather that than, you know, you just booze fueled madness that I've seen some guys go on.
100%.
You know,
definitely. Again, like C+, that was the worst grade. Like what goes into that? Like, are we talking like we're flying commercial? You're going to, because that to me feels like you get an F.
Meals that go, that probably goes into it. The meals on the plane, everybody gets served, and it's usually a chicken or beef, but sometimes the quality's, you know, not the best. Flight attendants, are they nice? Are they crabby? Because that's a real thing.
Okay.
But it's what you get, what you put in with people. You know, if you're going to treat them poorly, they'll treat you poorly back. Experienced quite a bit.
No, yeah, that's fair. Last one, training camp. Elks got a C+. What goes into that?
Hard. Probably a hard camp.
Yeah.
That's what I would imagine. When this list came out, I made a call. Chris Trevler said something about the Bombers, and I commented. He said it was a hard camp. So that leads me to believe Killer ran a pretty hard killer camp.
Don't you want a hard camp?
Yeah, you do. You want to see what you got, especially your first time with a new group.
Yeah,
see,
he needed to run a hard camp.
Yeah. Who can I go into a back alley with?
Yeah.
Right. You need to find out who your trustworthy dogs are, who the posers are. You have to weed them out. Really do.
It's interesting. I'm glad we had I just think about if you weren't here and I was trying to run this down and be like, I think not having the, you know, firsthand experience you do. It was good to get that rundown. It's interesting. Yeah. Like I look at some of these grades across, and we'll get to Rick's rant in a second here, but I'm looking at how bad Montreal did. Like they were last in 4 different categories.
It's not surprising.
You know,
I'm looking
at I know it's not the NFL or the NHL or the NBA or the MLB, but like an F in nutrition and diet, like an F in family treatment, like D+ and ownership, like I don't know, D+ in facility and equipment.
All those kind of are, you could categorize this in, you know, different categories, and everything you just said F's in, you could kind of all put that together under one umbrella, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Ownership, how they treat the family, how you travel, that all kind of lands under ownership.
You think so?
You know?
Do we want to get to a little Rick's rant? Or do you guys want to harp on the report card a little bit more?
I think we got everything we got out of it.
All right.
Yeah. We're running out of time here anyways, right?
Rants this up, yeah.
All right, so I had to run this one past Wanye the other day because I don't know if this is just me, and this is going to sound really stupid because it sounds really dumb in my head, but I don't use computers very often, right? So I'm not typing a lot. Keyboards have always been the exact same. Everything's in the same spot. Everything's the same size. Now I'm dealing with computers where there's new buttons on the computer.
What kind of buttons?
I have no idea, but I'm going to where something's supposed to be one finger to the left, and it's not the shift button. It's something else, and it's just fucking me up, and I don't know exactly what's going on. I don't use it very often, so it's throwing me off. It makes me look like I don't type very well. Mavis Beacon would be very upset with me right now.
Yeah, you're probably a good typer, huh?
I'm not a great typer. I like to think I can fly around like I'm Steve Jobs. I'm not that good of a typer. Sometimes if it's like real short sentences I got to type, I can whip it out pretty quick. Yeah, I don't know. This one, like,
Times are changing.
Times are changing.
I know, and I listen.
Times
This is strictly from my point of view, so I get it. I'm the dinosaur here, but man,
yeah, like I didn't want to say it. I'm glad you did. That was kind of my
everything
first
where it
thought.
has to be, man. Keep everything where it's supposed to be.
A little like this is a little like dude in the 60s opposing the civil rights movement. But
I hate typing. Yeah, I'm with.
I had a deja vu of me saying that. Did I say that last episode?
That he's a dinosaur?
No, that it's like a dude in the 60s opposing the civil rights movement.
Maybe.
I don't think
That's crazy. If I said that, if I made that joke twice somehow, I had a deja vu that moment. That was
just
crazy.
sitting in the back of your head there.
Hit you though.
Yeah, you're right. It was just I was sitting on it, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Like I will say, like, technology is definitely, and like just like the lay of the land of some of these things, like it is getting a little crazy. It's like,
let's just keep the fucking keyboard where it is.
Yeah, it's like, why do I need a curved key? Why do I need a speed keyboard? Like, who
Whatever
needs
that
that? I
is.
guess it's
I
for
don't
like gaming and stuff. Like, still,
It's a speed keyboard.
just fly on it, I guess. I
How
don't
do
know.
you
Like,
go faster?
dude,
Yeah.
it's probably.
How does it help you?
I'm sure. Honestly, they've like angled like the degrees are all angled, so you can like go from like the
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
tab
yeah, no,
key
you
to
go
the-
back 10, 15 years ago, there
Yeah,
was
exactly.
like where the G and the H are, they separated fully, so you've got your fingers are almost on angles all of a sudden. You can go back to like older keyboards, but all the buttons were relatively the same. They're just moved your hand a bit.
It stuck with me my whole life in high school. The teacher in our computer class, they said, Eddie, what we call you is someone who hunts and pecks.
Yeah, the
Hunts and
index
pecks.
fingers. Ding, ding,
It-
ding, ding,
it-
ding.
Hunts and pecks. Yeah, just has stood with me.
Dude, I remember, dude, my friend was like I think it was maybe in like even college or something, like someone was like, but that, I don't know, I kind of forget the story, but basically like someone was like mad at him because he couldn't write well or something, or maybe he was just, I ribbed him for it, and he was like, I know how to type, man, like why do I need to know how to have good handwriting? Like 2026, who's writing things out anymore?
Hey,
But-
actually, side note with the writing, my daughter's a lefty. And man, she writes. It's crazy watching lefties function.
Yeah.
Everything. She doesn't
Smudging
really go
everything.
No, she doesn't do
Okay,
this. She'll like
interesting.
write words backwards, and she's only 6.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
No
the
way,
she's
wow.
learning with it. It's wild to watch. Very different. Very different.
We gotta get left-handed paper or something. Being a lefty would be crazy.
It'd be tough.
I
It's
couldn't
cool
imagine.
to see the resiliency of like how she figures it out to do it her way.
It's kind
You
of
know what I mean?
yeah, it's kind of cool to be left-handed too. Like
Yeah.
same thing. Like when I watch like James Harden play basketball, I'm like, that's pretty sick.
Lefties always got that tight elbow.
Yeah,
Always
they
got
do.
a good jump shot because their elbow seems tighter.
Yeah, it's just something cool about being a lefty. It's being like different. I don't know. It's like,
It's different.
would you rather be a lefty or would you rather be 6'6"? It's
6'6".
embrace debate.
There's no debate there.
Embrace debate. Which one's cooler? A lot of 6'6" basketball
If I was
players.
6'6", I would have made millions.
Yeah.
Millions.
If I was 6'6", I'd probably just need bigger pants, but I like to think I would have made millions too.
I would have tried to play offensive tackle. I would have made millions.
Yeah, if I was 6'6", I don't know. I think I would have, if here's the other thing. If I was 6'6" at like 15, like I'm like, you're not putting me DN. Like I'm playing corner and I'm getting my scholarship and I'm going to the NFL. Or I'm playing wide out and I'm just high pointing everything. All right. Do we want to finish up with a little blind rankings?
I'm ready to roll here.
All right, let's do it. I gotta piss. I gotta piss like a racehorse.
We're sticking with the old food because I don't know. That's just what I do here. We're going to my favorite kind of chip. It's the Dorito, and we're going for flavors here.
Wait, so hold on. Are we doing chips?
No, we're doing Dorito flavors.
flavors.
Okay.
Dorito flavors. I was thinking about chips, and then flavors came in. I was like, you know what?
This is a good one.
All right, so we're going with something a little bit newer here. The Flamin' Hot Limon.
Limon. Really?
Mr. Flamin' Hot. Yeah.
I don't speak
A little bit of lemon
Spanish
on
and
there.
all that, but
Yeah.
I don't actually think I've had it. I'll put it at number 5.
Yeah.
I'm not. Are you good with spice?
Yes, love.
I like spice, but I gotta hand up white guy spice.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
of
mean?
course.
So it can't. Yeah. I'll put it number 5 though.
All right. This is probably the oldest one out there, but Cool Ranch.
2.
Stick with the original nacho cheese.
3.
4.
It's so good, man.
3.
Like a classic
3.
Dorito, red bag.
I was gonna say
Then you have their bold barbecue.
number 1.
4.
Purple bag.
4.
Purple bag number 1.
And then, this is my favorite. Sweet chili
There we
heat.
go.
Yeah,
1.
that's
chili
my
heat.
4.
I love my list. I
Yeah.
nailed it again.
I'm happy, man.
I'm clocking these blind rankings.
That
I've been on
purple bag
fire
and
the
that
last
Cool
little week.
Ranch, that's
Yeah.
all I need, man.
Yeah. Really? Hey.
That
Yeah.
purple bag
Oh,
is
dude.
so good.
Sweet chili
Yeah, I
heat.
can find it.
Oh, I crushed this.
Now I gotta say, you gotta dip in. Like, we don't get all the flavors up here, right?
Yeah.
So there's a honey, or there's a hot mustard,
Oh,
phenomenal. There's the new one that's a
you were
spicy
just down
spicy
there, too,
garlic.
Yeah.
Well, people will bring them up for me because I talk about it so much.
Really?
Spicy garlic you can go find in your local grocery store. Those are really good.
Yeah, like the snack gap between us and the States is
it's-
insane,
It's
man.
wide.
Like I love Canada. Best country on earth. Shout out Canada. But man, like
The snack gap is wide, but the older I get, the more you realize that snack gap is.
it's poison. Like you're
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
You're
It's the
eating-
it's the flavors
It
that
is
doesn't make sense to me.
But here's the
Yeah.
thing.
Like, why
Like
are
every
there
once in a
flavors
while,
on that side of the border, not this side of the border? What are we stopping them for?
It's crazy. It's also like if you go to like Alaska, it's like up there, and we don't like it's ridiculous to me. But I understand, trade negotiation, trade lobbies. But my thing is also like if you're gonna snack anyway, because you're gonna snack at some point, even as you get older, you're gonna snack a little. Like you want the option of dipping in. I don't know.
I feel you.
Remember when we used to have like Applebee's and Chili's here?
Yep.
Eastside Mario's way back in the day.
Eastside Mar out St. Albert?
Yeah.
Chili's is more of Chili's is like they've turned their company into an airport place.
That's like their whole thing.
That's their shit.
Yeah, dude, you have no rent, no nothing like that. You've always got people coming around. It's actually quite smart.
Yeah, there is some airport Chili's really is kind of
It
a
is a thing.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it is a thing.
We should go on a trip, hit the Chili's.
Going to Mexico in 6 weeks.
Oh no way.
Can't wait.
Whereabouts?
Hell yeah.
Cancun.
Yeah, just
Oh,
south,
nice.
about 30 minutes out.
That's awesome, man. All right. Anything else you guys want to end on?
Nope.
All right. Let's wrap it up. Appreciate you guys for listening. Back on Friday with Elks Central. This has been Elks 101. Love you guys.